YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We are here in College Football 25 at our Hamline Piper Dynasty mode here. We are currently 4-1 in the Big Ten, 7-1 in the season, ranked number 4 in the nation as well. We have a interesting matchup this week. Minnesota has kind of fallen off of our schedule the last few years, mainly because I forgot to schedule them. But the whole idea was to build the ladder and be better than all the Minnesota teams, the St. Thomas's, the Mankato States, and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Play them every single year. So I dropped the ball on that, and I apologize for that. And without any further ado, I first want to state I appreciate all the support lately. Appreciate you spreading the word. Continue to do so. I greatly appreciate it. I've been working on the comments, so please, if you can comment, do so I know whatever I'm doing is working. It's greatly appreciated, all the support. Without further ado, let's hop into this crosstown, technically same stadium at this point, but rivalry against the Golden Gophers. We get to start with the ball here. As you can see, we got 2 alternate uniforms on the field at once. I'm just really glad that the maroon and the black don't really mess with your eyes. But I felt like this is a pretty big game. First time being on the schedule in a couple years. It's a road game. We're ranked. So we just decided to go with the blackouts. It's a night game. Why not, right? Offense is not off to a blistering start by any means. 3rd and 12 here on the first possession of the game. We're going to set up these blocks. PJ Takeoff gets up the first down with a little bit of help from them pushing us in the back on that tackle. But nonetheless, it is a first down. And we get to continue this first drive. Mustard takes the ball here on this carry, and he picks up 6. And we're going to see if we can get Bell over the top here. He's one of the best receivers in the nation, and there he goes, running right by the slot corner. No safety help, and he is going to ring that bell at the bank. Touchdown, Pipers. Defense on the field. See what the quarterback has here for the Gophers. The play action got me, but we recover back into the to the running back, and we make them force a throwaway. 2nd and 10 here. They're going to go underneath. We're just going to come up, make the tackle. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 situation. See what they go to here on 3rd and medium. We're going to throw it away, and that is a huge start for the Pipers. Offense takes the ball, 2nd possession at midfield here on the road. Mustard puts his foot in the ground, gets up the field. Sevilla is going to hit Bell. He's going to get to the 25-yard lines. We can tell that Sevilla is a big fan of Bell, as so was Jarvis. He is just a guy that is super fast and has developed into one of the best receivers in the nation. PJ Takeoff, hurt. Mustard now dealing with an injury, so we got to go to our 3rd string running back in Smith. Don't know a whole lot about him, but he uses his back cut vision there and gets us 9 yards. So it gets us to the 3rd and 1 situation here. See if he has the nose to get the first down. He does, and not only the first down, but a touchdown. Smith, touchdown, Pipers. Defense back on the field, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, we just got a notification as we give up a huge touchdown. Oh, Henry was a half a step too slow, but we had St. Thomas going into the shoe, beating number 2 Ohio State. Ohio State is the team that knocked us off early in the year, and it was on the road. So St. Thomas goes in there into a hostile environment and gets the win to even the playing field in the conference, realistically, for us, putting us on a one-loss level playing field with Ohio State, even though they do have that head-to-head over us, but it's still a start. As Mustrud is back in the game, Smith is going to continue to get a bunch of carries here as Mustrud is nursing that injury. So Smith, and we'll see a little bit of Grant as well. He's been moved to our fullback position. However, when we did take over the team, we moved him from a running back to the fullback position. So he is definitely he's definitely been around the running back room. Sevilla is going to get out of the pocket. He's going to get Hag on that crosser. What a spin move by Hag! He doesn't have the acceleration to get us to the corner of the end zone, but what a move by Hag to spin back to the middle and get us down to the 8-yard line. Grant, as I was mentioned before, gets the carry. He runs over somebody and gets us down to the 6-yard line. We are really going to be testing our depth here in the running back room tonight against the Gophers with our lead horse, PJ Takeoff, out of the game with an injury. The Big Ten has so many ranked teams as Smith finds his way into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Pipers! Can the defense recover here after the huge touchdown play we gave up last possession? Bobby Sanders gets off the block, tackles him after a short gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Their tight end's going to find a little seam, going to break 2 tackles to get to the 46-yard line. Something we got to shore up here. They fooled me with that blocking. I thought it was a pass play all the way. Devin Allen, 2 for 11 now. They didn't use him in the first 2 possessions. Really getting back to PJ Fleck football. Making sure that they get to the ground game, manage the clock a little bit, and especially with a high-powered offense like ours, they really got to try to soak the clock. Oh, we got to jump on that, which we do. Great defense there. By meeting them at the point of attack and knocking it down, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. This is going to be the last play of the first quarter. Bobby Sanders sheds the wrong way. You don't see that very often. Bobby Sanders is a very solid D tackle here for the Hamline Pipers as we are up 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. 3rd and 4 to start the second quarter. See if we can get off the field here and make them punt or go for it on a 4th down. That's not a very comfortable distance, which they are going to throw it away. We'll see what they end up doing. They're going to kick a field goal instead. So we'll see what type of leg their kicker has. This is going to be about a 54-yard field goal. So I think they do have the wind here in this quarter. The kick is up, and it is good. What a kick by their kicker to make it 21-10. Wise takeoff on the field. All right, so I just found out that he got hurt on the first carry of the football game. All right, that makes way more sense. Not gonna lie, it makes way more sense. I swore I saw him on the first play. 3rd and 7. Minnesota's defense trying to get off the field. They're not going to. Hag's going to bring it in yet again. The spin move does not work as well as it did the last time that he used it. Now we're going to send him deep. Do we get enough time? What do their safeties do? He rolls up a little bit. We're going to go to Robert. He's going to bring it down. Not the big play that we had in mind, but Sevilla stays perfect. I gotta go for it again. Hag's gonna win this. We're gonna give Hag a chance. Looks like he's fast enough, and Sevilla just overthrows him. Looked like we did have a step with Hag, but that's gonna bring up a 3rd and 6. We've been pretty efficient on 3rd downs here in this game. We'll see if this continues. That linebacker played that so well. It's going to be 4th and 6. We're going to punt. Good punt. Gets them down at the 17-yard line here. Pretty disappointing offensive drive, especially with missing that deep pass. But we leave and we move on. So, comes back on the defense to make sure that we keep them out of the end zone. Little draw play, read like a book by Landman. With the tackle for loss, the junior linebacker gets back into the backfield on the little draw play. See what they come up with here. They're just going to throw it right at the users, and he holds on. Stayed with the tight end. Felt like that was the first look, and he ended up going to that slot receiver. Gophers are they're clicking a little bit offensively after that first possession as Landman shoots through the line again for a tackle for loss. Landman has been picking up his game here in the last couple of weeks. Cano has been the prize possession at the middle linebacker position, but Landman has been super good. We're going to throw a little tight end screen off of that motion. What a great play call, great play scheme. Does make it a 3rd and 6. Doesn't give him a whole lot of yards, but it does make it a 3rd and manageable 6 here. They thought to throw it away again, and they're going to punt yet again. All right, offense back out on the field. We really need to put together a drive, and PJ Takeoff with the absolute boomstick at the end of that run. 4 carries, 18 yards. Again, he was hurt for the whole first quarter. Hag's going to run away from the safety. We're going to pick up a pretty good block down the field. Doesn't hold on to it long enough for us to get around it, but 3 catches, 83 yards. Goal for this possession is really sustain this drive. I keep wanting to go to Hag on this little press action. PJ Takeoff, we're going to go to him instead, make it 2nd and inches. If they do come out and press on this play particularly, we're going to go to Hag. They do not on his side, so it's probably going to be some type of like a cover 6 or something of that nature. We're going to hand it off to PJ. He's going to fight forward for the first down. We just got to continue to milk this clock. I'm then going to go put 2 clock on. I was going to do it at the beginning of this drive, but I wanted to make sure that we could sustain something first. Oh, PJ Takeoff, that's the time to leave the boom again. But he was probably kind of a little tired there. We've been giving him the rock a lot in this possession, so he probably didn't have it in him to give another little boomstick action. This is going to be the last play here before the 2-minute timeout. We're going to pick up 7 with PJ Takeoff. 2-minute timeout. We're going to go ahead and throw it to PJ Takeoff, see what he is going to be able to do with the screen pass. Rush gets in. Lineman release. He boomsticks somebody again. Oh, we got to get in the end zone for that highlight reel. But Not quite enough. We're going to go to the Wildcat. Mushroom. Are we going to be able to get the speed to the corner? We got blocks for days. He's going to dance his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Piper. 3 + 4 = 7. Defense back out on the field here. 1:19 left in the first quarter, the half. I mean, is that Landman again getting in for the sack? Warren Landman with an absolute beauty of a first half. We are rolling here. We're going to bring some more pressure. And we get home yet again. Is that Dion Schultz with a sack? Just kidding. Boogie Gooch. I keep forgetting Boogie Gooch has a superstar under him. Speaking of which, Gooch for rear. We got superstars everywhere. Landman should have one. Cano should have one. Our safeties, although they are freshmen in the back end. We're gonna get more points here at the end of the half. At least try to. All right, trying to get more points here before the half. Really try to put this one away here. What a great job by that safety / linebacker to run. Now, here's the issue. They left the slot fade. Hag has that deep route as well. See what the safety does. He does roll over, but Hag has his man. Sylvia with the bomb. Bell is going to ring it again in the bank. Touchdown, Pipers. Defense gets to start on the field here. Up 35-10. We're going to go a little read option. Landman yet again. 5 tackles for the Landman and 4 for losses.
One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run.
Susceptible against the run? What? Are we like one of the top defenses in the nation against the run? Anyway, I digress. Sorry, I heard the commentary say that we are susceptible against the run, which I don't think so. And the tight end drops it. Thank you. That was my zone. I was going for the pick 6, but they will punt. After a pretty decent punt return by Olshansky, we get the ball back here on offense. It's going to be a holding penalty. Those are such good blocks. Too good, in fact. We're really going to look to chew this clock out and really make sure that we take care of the football. And let's end this game here. Gonna get the 2nd and 10 on PJ takeoffs. We're taking a shot here. Hag, you're going deep. Yep. Knew that was happening. God darn it. Every time it seems like we get the look we want, we just fall start. It's kind of insane, to be honest with you. So we're going to go back to our original idea by throwing a screen pass out here to PJ takeoff. Only going to pick up 5 yards yet again like we did on the first time that we did that. I want Hag to go deep.
That was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Trayon, oh, what a crossbody throw by Sylvia. Sylvia, 300 yards, and Bell has about 230 of them. Those two are rolling. PJ, in the end, takes off into the end zone. Touchdown, Pipers. Defense on the field, 42-10. And they're going to drop it there on the catch. Defense is starting to really fly around here, settled in after those 2 scoring drives by the Gophers. And I hate to do it again because it seems to be a pretty reoccurring thing here in the last Well, realistically, since the Ohio State game, that the games haven't been very competitive. So we're gonna. That's a great throw. So if we get a stop here, and we'll probably play the offensive position, and if we score, then we'll probably just sim to the end. Makes for some really short videos, but I mean, it's just. I think that's much better than you just sitting here watching me score 70, which I want it to be somewhat realistic. I have been looking at some different sliders to try and to play to make it a little bit more difficult, as we are here on Heisman, and it's just most teams just are not. As I say that, the Gophers are starting to really drive here. Are just not really going to be able to really compete with us at this point in time. Our roster is just too good. I feel like our playbook is one of the best ones, especially with like slot fades when we have Trayon Bell with 98 speed. It's just one of those things where it's kind of getting to the point where we've won 3 straight national championships. We're vying for a 4th one with a great start to this year. So I'm just trying to make it a little bit more viewer friendly as well. I don't want you to sit here and watch me constantly just absolutely destroy the computer, but it's kind of where we're at this point in time until I figure something out. I don't want to throw the sliders in mid-season and we start 8-1 and then we slide down. It would be better to start after a season or at the beginning of the season. That way, like early, I can work to figure it out and hopefully still make the college football playoffs. But they nailed that field goal to make it 42-13. Offense back out on the field. We're really going to focus on our run game. Not that we don't already, but we're going to give PJ a lot of carries here, trying to get him to 100 yards as he missed the first quarter. Shoe clock is going to be on. We're really going to shorten this game. Again, I don't think that it's really fun for viewerships to just sit here and watch us run the ball for a quarter and a half. But I don't think it does the game justice for us to continue to throw passes and different things to run up the score. Either. We've already scored 42 points. This is pretty consistently we're scoring a lot of points. So it's just one of those things where I'm trying to keep the stats down a little bit, although Trayon is insane and he already has a bunch of yards. Robert's going to go up the field. A little bit of a bad throw there on Sylvia's side, but what a great catch by Robert. Somebody that we've kind of lost focus on in the offense. Just because Trayon does such a good job and we run the ball a lot is really the main reasons. And we get Hag on deep balls. So Robert kind of loses his gusto a little bit in the offense. As we head into the 4th quarter, a lot of the same here. A lot of PJ takeoff, a lot of Mustard. In this spot, we might be able to try to get Robert a little bit of love here. There he is. He's going to make that catch. That's where he made a lot of his money last year, that play there. They stuck up on the short route, and it's really hard for them to guard that concept. Mustard powers his way down to the 2-yard line. He brings the boomstick once again, 14 for 76. He's probably not going to eclipse 100, especially in the sim. And we're probably not even going to get him in the end zone for a second time, but see if we can get Robert running away. We can't. Can we get Hag? we do Hag gets in the end zone, touchdown, Piper. 56-13 is the final. We had simmed it to the end. I'm pretty sure we either had a pick six or a turnover turned into a long touchdown even after the sim. 5 catches, 204, and 3 touchdowns for Trayon. He looks like a chubby guy, but man, does he have wheels on him, and he runs that slot fade better than anybody. Another 56. I just want to look at that scoring summary. How did we score that last one? Trayon, a 4-yard. It must have been a pick that got down to like the 4-yard line or something. But no, he didn't throw a pick. I don't know how that happened. 18 for 20, 362 and 4 touchdowns. PJ Takeoff on the Wildcat gets 1 for 1 with 3 yards and a touchdown. So 5 passing touchdowns for the team, although I don't think that's technically a pass, but there we are. 16 carries for Nolan. PJ Takeoff, average of 5 yards, had 1 touchdown. Noah Smith, the freshman from Middle Village, New York, came in and he played super well. 10 carries, 54 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Mustard, 10 for 91. Didn't find the end zone. Did he not find the end zone? Oh, the receiving one. There we go. Okay, I was like, I swear I did the 3+4 thing. Trayon Bell, again, 5 for 204, 3 touchdowns. 5 for 55 for Robert, which is a good coming out party. Hag 4 for 76 and a touchdown. Mustard with that handoff touchdown dealie that they call a pass. Defensively, Landman was all over the place, especially in the first half. Cano had a quiet 7 tackles. Maynard 6. He has been a huge transfer portal guy from the Army Academy. Will Landman, 4 tackles for loss. Boogie Gooch, a tackle for loss. And Maynard again with a tackle for loss. 3 total sacks. Dion Shore gets a sack. Boogie Gooch a sack, and Will Landman as well. No interceptions, no fumbles, no turnovers for the defense, but a really decisive win on the road. We moved to 8-1. And that is going to be the episode. Again, I kind of mentioned it there in the third quarter. I'm trying to figure out how to balance it a little bit better. I don't want to commit to playing 2 games per because it's going to get to close to like 50-minute videos. But these for this series is getting kind of short, which isn't like the worst thing in the world. But again, just trying to give you as much gameplay as possible through this series. As again, the goal is to get Minnesota. Good Lord, to get. Where can I find this? This ain't it either. Oh, man. Team schedule, maybe? Okay, here we go. To get Hamline Pipers up to a 5-star prolific style of program. We're at 3.5 stars right now. Coming from a half-star program, which, and this is 2028, so in 5 years we've done this. Back-to-back national championships. We've made the college football playoffs the last 3 years. We did win the Cure Bowl 4-8 the first year that we took over. It was rough with that team, man. Jumped to 9 wins, got into a bowl game, and then from there we never looked back. So we're vying for a back-to-back-to-back. Really just trying to get us to a prolific portion of the college football scene, and that's kind of where we're heading right now. The trajectory we're on. We're in the Big Ten, the best of the conferences. So we're really testing our mettle, and right now it just hasn't been much of a challenge, to be quite honest, outside of that Ohio State game. But I'll stop rambling. Again, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video today. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, continue to spread the word. As I said at the beginning, I truly appreciate all the support, especially as of late. Continue to do that. I greatly appreciate it. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.